What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Millennial Hollywood here on the Popcorn Talk Network. We are so excited to be recapping the top 5 most anticipated movies of 2018. I know, only 5, but we did, so stay tuned.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
What is up, you guys? I am your host, Dakota T. Jones. Welcome back to Millennial Hollywood. You guys, like you heard from the preview, how am I supposed to recap and talk about the 5 most anticipated movies of the year? I mean, we've already had so many great movies from this year, but the year's far from over. So we are so excited. I mean, starting off as number 5, I'm super excited to see, but number 1, that's the one I'm really excited for. So let's get started. If you are a millennial, you would have had to have watched, at least while you were in daycare, maybe like childcare, something along those lines. You've had to watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, right? I mean, it's, for those of you who might have forgotten, it's the older gentleman who wears like those nice sweaters and he walks around, talks to puppets and makes friends with puppets, and like there's a train involved. It was just like this most innocent show that like honestly really impacted my childhood that I love so much. But just when we thought it was over and done, there's going to be a biodoc called Won't You Be My Neighbor, releasing on June 8th, talking about Mr. Rogers and his life in the show, before the show, after the show. Like, I want to know, because I feel like a lot of us don't know much about his life or where he came from, or like honestly much about him other than from his character on the show. So I'm so excited to see what this movie has in store for us. And like I said, it releases June 8th. I mean, he's just the most innocent, loving looking man. I feel like we have to kind of know what goes on in his life, because I mean, sometimes things can happen behind screen that we don't know about, but I have a feeling that he's probably the best guy you could ever meet. But coming in at number 4, let's talk about Christopher Robin, releasing from Disney on August 3rd. This one I'm very excited about. I honestly did not expect this type of a like spin-off. Obviously, everyone loves Winnie the Pooh, but we don't know a ton about Christopher Robin. I mean, he was kind of always there, that comes in at the end, but he wasn't like super heavily involved as far as like interacting much with the cast, like Pooh Bear and Tigger and Piglet and all that. So I'm excited to see this, because it kind of is, for one, it's live action, which is going to be really exciting. But it kind of goes off of Christopher Robin's life as an adult and how he is struggling balancing work and family, and he ends up kind of choosing work over family. And that's when our friend Winnie the Pooh comes in face to face with Christopher Robin to let him know, hey, look, this is not okay, and kind of helping him through his life. So it's kind of interesting, because I feel like Pooh was always like very like guidance worthy with Christopher in the past. So the fact that he's coming back and he's kind of going to guide him through life again, it's kind of funny, especially since he's going to be an adult now. So I can't wait to see that one. But coming in at number 3, a total different contrast from the past movie we talked about, Ocean's 8, releasing on June 8th. This one, I've seen the previews for months and months and months. They've been talking about this movie over and over and over, and I literally cannot wait to see this. It all takes off as Danny Ocean's sister, Debbie, she gets out of jail and puts together a group of girls to steal diamonds from New York City's Met Gala. I always love seeing what people are going to wear at the Met Gala, the Met Ball, as some call it. And, you know, they're always wearing millions and millions of dollars of diamonds. So seeing the preview and just seeing how they're like plotting this giant thing to like go rob this ball is so interesting, because I wonder how they think of it. I wonder how you know, Donatella thinks of it, because you know, she's like really big in the Met Ball. I wonder if she's like, oh, please don't give people ideas to come rob our Met Ball. But I thought that it's just so funny, and it looks like Sandra Bullock is going to do an amazing job of portraying Debbie. And of course, even Rihanna. I love Rihanna. She's going to be in it some. And so that's going to be interesting, because I love when she kind of puts music and everything else aside and kind of acts, because I love seeing that different side of her. So I'm very excited to see Ocean's 8. But coming in at number 2, you guys, speaking of 2, Incredibles 2 is releasing on June 15th from Disney, and I had the privilege of watching the first 10 or 15 minutes of this movie yesterday at Disneyland, and oh my gosh, you guys, I am beyond excited. This was one of my most favorite Disney movies from my past, and I was kind of wondering, okay, how are they going to do this? How are they going to, you know, it's been years and years and years, like a lot of time has passed, and I've wondered, how are they going to make this work? Is it going to be like a long time later? Is it going to pick up right where it left off? And I can say that it definitely picks up right where it left off. I mean, they look the same age, and just from the previews and everything, you can kind of tell it kind of picks up right where it left off. And you guys are going to love, you're going to love it. And I can't say much about it because I don't want to ruin it for you, but you're definitely going to want to watch this movie. And I'm already hoping for an Incredibles 3, and I've only seen the first 10 minutes of the sequel. So you're definitely going to want to check that one out. But coming in at number 1, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Okay, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom releases June 22nd. I have always been the biggest Jurassic Park fan. Growing up, I would just always watch these movies. And whenever Jurassic World came out a few years ago, I was obsessed and freaked out. I was like, this is my dream. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Now that we have these new times where the CGI and everything looks so much more real, it's just so cool to look at these dinosaurs, and they look so real. And especially this new one, the trailer looks very creepy. But it kind of takes off where Chris Pratt's character goes back to the island to save the dinos from a volcano. I mean, personally, I probably would have just let them all burn, because after the last movie and seeing what they did to these people. But, you know, his character has a heart of gold for these dinos, so he's coming back for them. And it's sure to cause a lot of problems for sure. But I cannot wait to see that one. That is my most highly anticipated movie of 2018 coming out. Please let me know, what did I not add to the list that you would have? I know that there's a lot more movies coming out, such as Deadpool 2 that just released, and a lot of movies like that. So please let me know in the comments below what you think, what you want to see for the next 2018, and even some of the movies that have been announced coming out in 2019. I want to know. So let us know in the comments below. Make sure to follow Popcorn Talk everywhere on social media. Please, if you're listening to us on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and leave a comment. And we love you guys so much. You can find me everywhere at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. Have a great one, guys.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed here are those of the hosts only, not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.